G's, no design on my jacket. Work hard and I'm changing my bracket. Talk tough, we ain't hearing that racket. Dots came in, you know how to stack it. Don't take it wrong, but I'ma need my ends though. I got tigers on my chest like Kenzo. Rail came, yeah, he putting that Benz though. Carol's here, man, you know he stay 10 toes. Big dog, man, you know I ain't worried. Bent up, so I'm talking real slurry. Got a blast, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Adam Caplan MMA show. I am your host, Adam Caplan, the voice in your ears. We're going to be breaking down a little Creator Clash 2, Harley Morenstein versus John Hennigan at the Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay, Florida, where the Tampa Bay Lightning, a dynasty hockey team, play. So this is a big deal because it's a big arena now. They were at a smaller venue in Tampa Bay last time. Now I believe they're going to double or maybe even triple their attendance now. So this is going to be a big production and a big show. Creator Clash did it right the first time. Great production value, not letting the fights or the space in between the fights drag on too long. The fighters and the fans were engaged with each other the whole time, and they raised a massive amount of money for charity, which is always a great, great thing. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. Harley Morenstein at 6'6" is going to be fighting John Hennigan, a professional wrestler. He's competed, in AEW, in the WWE. He's probably competed in New Japan Wrestling. He's probably been on every independent circuit. He's a big deal and a big guy. He's been involved in the sport a long time. He's been in a lot of sold-out crowds and a lot of sold-out stadiums. And I think, to me, that is one of the biggest factors and advantages that Hennigan has over Harley Morenstein. He's been in bigger pops in bigger situations. Harley is no stranger to being front row at a lot of events, but he hasn't necessarily been, the center of attention of the event. But now for the second time in his career, he's going to be that against John Hennigan, and it's going to be interesting because I believe he is the better boxer, Harley. I think that he's better coached. I know that he's been taking this very, very seriously, weighing in at about 276 pounds in his last fight. He's now probably weighing in between 220 and 230. He's about 50 pounds down. He looks absolutely shredded. Big biceps. He's got that nice tapered V shape. Making a lot of fat boys like myself feeling pretty proud of him, I got to say, because he was a big guy leading into that last fight. They were almost thinking he was a bit of a weight bully because of how much bigger he was than his last opponent. But his last opponent just didn't need to be in there, didn't have to be, and really, quite frankly, didn't want to be in there against the big, bad, epic mealtimer in Harley Morenstein. But, man, he is now 50 pounds slender. He's going to be using his footwork, I'm sure, a lot more. He's going to stay behind that jab nice and tight. I think he's going to take a very similar approach to what he did in the first one in the sense of sticking to the basics, having a strong jab, having good defensive tactics, and, not necessarily relying and loading up on that big right hand. I don't think he's going to get too fancy with his combinations too, but I do think what we're going to see a lot more is a lot more bounce and a lot more lateral footwork, because I know that Hennigan is going to be looking for that big overhand right. He's going to look for that one big moment, for that one big overhand right knockout punch, and Harley ain't going to want that happening. So he's going to use his footwork and use his jab and his head movement to keep his wits about him, be an attentive boxer in there, and, just stick to the fundamentals and keep things simple and keep things clean, and more importantly, keep things a boxing match where I think that Hennigan is going to look to make this more of a scrap. So I'm looking forward to this one because Harley is looking lean, mean, the complete opposite of all of the bacon strips and all of the Jack Daniels and pretty much everything that the channel preaches about. And I think that that's the right move, because if you lean in too much into your bread and butter of epic mealtime and then you get in there looking like you've eaten 100 cheeseburgers, it ain't that fun to take your shirt off in that occasion. And I know that Harley is real happy with the way that he's been looking right now because he's been saying no to a lot of bad foods and he's been saying yes to all the right ones. And that's what people forget. You have to keep it simple. Harley personally sent me his diet plan. There ain't nothing fancy about it. It is simple, it is easy, but it absolutely works. But you need a lot of chutzpah and you need a lot of determination and you need a goal at the front of your mind at every moment of the day. And he's absolutely achieving that. And I'm confident in thinking that he is going to achieve that April 15th at the Amalie Arena. I think that Harley is going to look to stay vigilant behind his jab, set up those power shots with a nice right hook or a nice right hand or a nice left hook, or maybe even that uppercut that he showed in the first one. I think that he's going to pick his moments when to load up on those But Hennigan, I think, is going to be a bull in a china shop. I think that he's going to look to try to take off the head of Harley really early. I think he's going to be less flustered by the crowd, but maybe a little bit more flustered about the moment. And I'm looking forward to this one. That's the Adam Caplan MMA show, breaking down a little bit of the Creator Clash 2, April 15th at the Amley Arena. Stay tuned. We're out, baby.
Big G's, no design on my jacket. Work hard and I'm changing my bracket. Talk tough, we ain't hearing that racket. Dogs came in, you know how to stack it. Don't take it wrong, but I'ma need my ends though. I got tigers on my chest like Kenzo. Rail came, yeah, he putting that Benz though. Carol's here, man, you know he stay 10 toes. Big dog, man, you know I ain't worried. Bent up, so I'm talking real slow.